welcome to Gravity Falls again.
We've got 6 stories from these 2 episodes.
That's true. One of these episodes is a multi-story episode.
What are we starting with?
We have this. Since we have business to attend to.
That's right. Oh, all right.
The Gremloblin.
I love how Dipper just finds it.
Yeah, no explanation.
There's no problem at all.
And the funniest thing is, like, again, he's 12, and yet he got it here. He not only captured it, he brought it.
Oh, Stan is bilking all the money out of tourists, and
he's not treating his workers as he probably should, but again, he's Grunkle Stan.
Let's say he's not out of character.
But Mabel has an issue with it. She prefers being nice and giving people stickers.
So nobody likes Stan's management style because he fleeces the customers, he's rude to his employees, he treats them like slaves, humiliates them on a constant basis. Mabel makes a bet with him.
Pretty much saying, like, if I make more money than you on your vacation, then I get your job and you have to sing a ridiculous song.
And you have to wear this loser shirt.
No, he was the one that wanted her to wear the loser shirt.
Oh, that's right, that's right.
Let's just say she has no concept of anything having to do with business. She doesn't even know how much money is.
I love how Wendy says to her,
"Wait, do you know how money works?"
Of course. Waddle, grab me a latte. Oh, he's a hungry little guy.
She's like, let your friends hang out, and then it's just take the day off.
And she had to take over the job, and
then, she learns pretty quickly that actually running a business is hard.
Yeah, it's difficult, and you have to be tough, and it's not something where you have to be mean.
Had to do a little bit of growing up in this episode, which I kind of appreciated.
Yeah.
Just because she's always a silly pants.
Yes.
And, this being nice and all that, she saw how it depleted the money in the jar, and then she was paying people and giving people refunds and all the rest of this stuff, and
to the point where even the customer took out of the jar herself, right? And she didn't even stop her either.
And she was basically just telling the employees, just do what you want. Yeah, Seuss, you should wear that question mark thing. And then he comes out, and I saw way more of Seuss than I ever wanted to see. I thought seeing Gideon was bad. But Seuss, just like me, should always be wearing a shirt. So
let's just say
it's frightening the customers. They're running around screaming.
Pepper spray.
I did appreciate that. She learned that. Meanwhile, Stan's trying to outdo her on a game show, and he's doing really well. And he could have made bank, but then
he can't think of the word please. Anyone could have gotten that.
They even give him a second chance, and he's still
just can't do it.
That's one strength of TV show versus a movie, is that you grow with the characters. You see how they react. You get to know them, and then it feels like a relationship. I'd never have guessed I'd catch the very beast that almost defeated the author, the Grimoblin. It's got a special power where if you look into its eyes, you see
your worst nightmare.
A day job in an office? My worst nightmare! No!
And so they traumatize a couple tourists. How was your day?
I drove 2 people insane. You know what? Okay, I don't really enjoy the business Mabel side of the... I just wanted to dress up. I liked Dipper's side of the story because I just thought it was fun that he at least got a small moment where he got to prove himself. He had a little taste, and I was proud for him.
The moment that I appreciated is that when the monster had Mabel in his clutches and she was about to see her worst nightmare, he
stepped up.
Yeah, and rescued her, essentially, and put the mirror in the monster's face and then, what's your worst nightmare, monster?
I became my father! And he went, no! And he ran away.
This is a legitimate fear. The one thing my dad would do that I thankfully don't do, we would be watching something and it's probably something ridiculous. And, he would be standing outside of the living room, like in the doorway coming into the living room, watching the TV from afar, waiting for something that bothered him so that he could race in and turn it off and ruin our entire time. And it's just like, granted, our judgment probably wasn't the best for what we were watching, but it's like, thankfully, I don't do that. But there are things that I do, like my dad.
We all become like our parents in some way.
Well, thankfully, I have a very good dad.
I have a very good dad, too.
Oh, well, thank you.
Stop hogging all the humility. Grunkle Stan comes back. He lost everything. And Mabel, on the other hand, at the very least got $1 back, which means he's gotta sing the song. And that's what we got in the credits.
It was glorious. Oh, that's right. We did a decoding. It says, heavy is the head that wears the fez. That's actually a pretty good lesson. You know, what if you were in charge of something and you had to get people to work? You definitely have to invest in your team, listen to them, but there's got to be some kind of hierarchy there where everybody's got responsibilities. And as cliche as the corporate lingo, teamwork makes the dream work is, it's kind of true. There is a nugget of truth behind that, and that rotten corporatese.
I thought that it was actually kind of endearing that he knew that Seuss wouldn't be able to handle being a mascot.
That's fair.
So we do get over to the next episode.
Yeah, so this is actually 5 mini episodes in one.
Starting with The Bottomless Pit.
Another wonder of Gravity Falls.
Gravity Falls.
That's right.
Do not throw something in if you ever want to see it again.
Which is exactly what Mabel does with all of these little love letters from little Gideon. And what does she do? She's just like, die! Die!
Die! When they came up, he was just like, like squirmed in your chair.
I just wince. Even a picture of him, it's too much.
He didn't even say anything. He wasn't even there.
You ruined my life. How could I ruin your life? I wasn't even there.
He got a visceral response.
I just don't like him at all.
Nobody likes him. And if they do, they're lying.
As they come up to the black hole and they're putting all this stuff in there, Mabel pulls some mystery chest.
She said, oh, it's just my secrets and something I'll never see again. Goodbye. She just chucks it in.
And when you say that, you're just like, everybody wants to know what's in the box. So,
and speaking of what's in the box.
Oh, what?
The reason that this is in the book is because that story that they told in The Bottomless Pit actually was real. That was what was in the box.
Oh, okay, so we tied it into a real event.
Yes.
Because it led up to, okay, all right, I get it. Of course, the wind starts blowing and all the rest of the stuff, and then Stan gets pulled into it, and then he's holding on to everybody else, and they all get pulled into it, and they're just like, ah! They're just like in limbo. And it just reminded me of this movie. I don't know if you've seen it. Journey to the Center of the Earth.
This is a good movie.
It's actually pretty good. This was cashing in on the 3D craze.
But it doesn't matter. It's a really cool movie.
Yeah,
I don't even care. This is part of my childhood. I love this movie.
There's this one where they're just screaming and screaming and screaming. We're
still falling!
But yeah, it's a pretty cool adventure story. And the other thing that it reminded me of, the hole. If you've ever seen...
This is a very specific video on YouTube that I showed him recently in comparison to when it came out. It is just about this hole. And it's just a skit of it's in the hole.
And they always use the same sound effect.
Tom, where is your girlfriend?
She's at work.
Oh. Where's she work?
In the hole.
It's become part of our vocabulary at this point.
So Stan is a compulsive liar. Mabel is deciding that she wants to change that in his character, but I guess therapy and talking to him would take too long.
No, she's 12. She's got to have a solution right now. And she's going to find it in Dipper's book. So.
Yeah, well, I was surprised because before this episode, I don't think she personally has looked into that. And
she just kind of lets her brother do it. She thinks it's nerd stuff.
And she basically
forces him to tell the truth.
Right, puts a spell on it, which reminds me of this movie, Liar Liar, with Jim Carrey. If you've never seen this, do yourself a favor and
watch it.
What's wrong with me? I'm getting what I deserve. I'm reaping what I sow.
There's no filter.
He's just got this one where he's like, I can't lie! This pen is royal blue! It's actually a pretty great little moral fable.
It was almost a fantasy because, there was a wish and all that stuff. We'll get into that later if you want us to watch it.
Stan is all of a sudden confessing to
scratching himself,
tax evasion, bilking people out of money. Everybody's like, well, some of this is good. Some of this is kind of dangerous to your personal well-being. And all of a sudden it's too much on the other side.
Yeah, and now he's trying to get himself arrested, I guess. He's even holding out his hands get me arrested. this is what I did.
I did kind of have a little moral quandary about this episode because,
All right.
you know, telling the truth is actually a very good thing.
Yes.
Mabel felt bad when she had to fudge a story because Stan was really out of compulsion telling everything, even telling the cop that he was fat. And she was just trying to have him save face or protect him in some way. And I think the morality of that got a little gray, which I didn't quite appreciate. But I can understand. I mean, I think all of us would much rather Stan come to that conclusion himself.
Yeah. Maybe learn a lesson or something.
Right.
But
it is just a one-off sort of fable, but it was tied to real stuff.
And there's a difference between telling the truth and keeping things to yourself.
I remember there's a scripture verse about a wise person conceals a matter. Not that you're lying or you're keeping secrets, but that certain things that are private stay private, and that you deal with them. You still have to deal with them, but that doesn't necessarily mean you have to get on the PA and be like, this is everything I've ever done wrong everywhere, everyone, all the time. Dipper's little adventure. Tell us about that.
He was talking about how his voice was cracking all the time. His sister and Seuss and Wendy, they're all making fun of him. He runs into McGucket, and McGucket's just like, well, I got a cure for that. Let's go down in this dark alleyway. And so he gives him this concoction that gives him a voice that sounds more announcer-like. And he wakes up and he's just like, back after these messages. And Mabel's just like, die. And then when he comes up to Seuss, and he's just like, demon.
I don't understand what's going on.
My voice. Even my laugh sounds funny. Ha, ha, ha.
Again, it's Dipper being so prideful and self-conscious that he has to overcorrect, and then he sounds ridiculous. There's this moment where it seems like Dipper wants to take a different vial and drink what's out of that to cure it, but this one's permanent.
He says, I put that in Grunkle Stan's coffee. Grunkle Stan comes in and he's just like, I'm Grunkle Stan.
We've also got Seuss's pinball story.
Yes. They just get sucked into this Wild West pinball machine.
Yeah. But he's so excited that he got the high score, but he did it by cheating. They figure out a way to get themselves out of the game, but that would mean removes all the high score.
Removes all the data, yeah. But, you know, maybe a child's life may be more important than a high score in a video game.
But again, what's curious is even in these little fables, you either get a character moment or you get a little moral quandary, you know? Like, he had something that was important to him. Even if he got it through less than honest means, he wanted to hold on to it, but then he had to think about others.
And put them first.
And when they did get out, he did say at the end,
my new greatest accomplishment is saving you guys.
Yeah, and I thought that was cute. I mean, I know it's small. I'm not trying to make a big deal out of it, but
it's cute. To end it off, we have the episode 14.
Oh, that's right. So we deciphered this, and this was a new cipher.
Yes.
Although it wasn't that difficult to crack. This is referencing Grunkle Stan's story, which really wasn't a story. It was a highlight reel of his fantasies where all the football players loved him as their mentor or their example.
You taught us that old men aren't bad.
And the whole stadium is erupting. Fighter jets are going by. Thank you, beautiful woman. And he's just the best thing ever. And everybody's just like, no. But in it, he's got a robot because kids will like it in his fantasy. So this one says, next up, Footbot 2, Grunkle's Gravenge. So I guess Footbot is getting his own movie. We get to see more of Stan. I don't think any of us really want, but...
No, we like our Grunkle Stan.
But isn't he evil?
You don't know anything. We have a flowery notebook. Anyways.
We also have a Patreon.
We do.
So if you're interested in more than just our silliness, if you want to back us in our creative endeavors, which is a short film, a documentary, on stories.
Story by me.
We would like to make those things happen, and that can only happen if you partner with us.
Like and share and subscribe and stuff.
Those three things. We appreciate you guys, though, the comments that you leave and the encouragements. We've gotten some positive reinforcement. We've gotten feedback that has really been a nice break from how crazy the world is.
Yeah, that's actually kept us going.
Doing a video like this feels kind of isolated because we're sitting here in these chairs. We've got a couple lights up here and a camera. Cool that this can be used to connect with you. We just appreciate you, so I just want to thank you. So I guess that's it for these 2 episodes of Gravity Falls. I'm X.
And I am Z.
I wonder if I can get an idea if Stan is going to be...
No spoilers. You can't spoil it for yourself. You get little hints. You get little hints.
There's bonus features.
That is for after you
I love
it.